Hey guys, welcome back to my tutorials, and in today's tutorial I'm going to be showing you the general ideas behind pseudo classes. Now in HTML and CSS, a pseudo class is simply an element which has a preceding tag, such as anchor, for example when we're dealing with links, followed by a colon, forward by the particular attribute that you're going to be associating with it. So for example, when a piece of text is going to, when the mouse hovers over a piece of text, I wanted to do something, I wanted to perform a certain task. If I were to click the link, then whilst on that link, I wanted to perform a certain task, or for example, perform a certain styling. And then after I've closed that link down, I want to perform a certain styling as well. Now, this may not seem very clear to you, but the easiest way we can really do this is by application. So in order to do this, I'm going to go ahead and make selector A, and then this A relates to the anchor tag. Then I'm going to say on hover, so hover. Now whenever I effectively am saying, whenever I place my cursor over this certain link, I wanted to perform some certain action. So for example, when I put my mouse over, I want the font size to be changed to 20 pixels. So you can save this, go back and refresh your page. Now it's not going to look any different at the moment. However, when I go ahead and hover my mouse over the name Google or over the name Twitter, you can suddenly see that the text is getting bigger from the default, which I believe is around 11 or 12, to 20. Similarly, within here, I can just go ahead and say color being, let's say, green, and I want to say okay, so now as you can see, I'm making it bold, I'm making it green, and I'm making it 20 pixels for both of them. If I were to go and click on Google, for example, it's going to open up a new tab. Now when I open up this new tab, I also want there to be some form of styling. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and say A colon active. So when this particular anchor is active, I'm just going to go ahead and say color. I'm going to say black. I want to say font weight to be bolder. Okay, and that's all I really want. So I'm going to save this, refresh my page, click on the link. But as you can see, you can't really see anything happening. Like, you couldn't really see the active anchor being, well, activated. So you can't see any of the styling that happened. But in fact, when you clicked the link, so you've hovered over it, and now it's gone green. As soon as I've clicked it, as you can see, now the styling is changed. So as soon as it's activated, the styling gets changed to the appropriate black and bolder. So again, Twitter is currently on hover, it is green. As soon as I click it, it turns black. Okay, so green to black. So that's what I'm trying to get at. Now the final one that I want to show you is A colon visited. So assuming I've gone to a link in the past, I want to see that if I've already visited a link in the past, a particular styling associated with that. So for example, I can now say text decoration, let me say none. I'm going to have, for example, color to be yellow, and I'm going to have font size to be, well, 32. Just 32 pixels, just to show you exactly what I'm trying to show, what I'm trying to get at. So I refresh my page. And as you can see, it's gone yellow, purely because these links are considered to be highlighted. So yellow is probably not the best color. Let me go ahead and give you a color like blue. So as these links have now already been visited, it is now going to remain as blue, as you can see. Now the final thing I want to show you is, let's say I had the diff boxes a certain color. So let me say I had one as being brown and the other one being blue. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, give each of my boxes a specific ID. The first box an ID of box 1, and I'm going to give the second box an ID of box2. So let me go ahead and refresh my page, and as you can see, nothing has happened. All I've done is give them IDs. Now in order to change the background color of box1, I'm simply going to do hashtag box1 and then say background color, and over here I'm going to say red, and for hashtag box2 I'm going to give it a background color. Save them both and refresh the page. Okay, now they've each individually got their own background colors. Now let's say I wanted to change the color. I wanted to invert both of these colors. So I wanted this one to be green and this one to be red when I hover over each of them. So if I hover over the red, it's going to turn green. If I hover over the green, it's going to turn red. So what I can do here is I can simply say hashtag box1. So this is my selector, followed by the colon, followed by the pseudo class hover. As you can see here, it's the exact same concept, except box1 is now my selector rather than the anchor. And I'm going to say background color to be green. Similarly, with box2, I'm going to change this to being red. So I can say box2, hover, background color to be red. Let me save this. Save my HTML just in case. Refresh my page. And as you can see, what happens is if I were to hover over the red, it turns green, and if I were to hover over the green, it turns red. Okay? So that's all there really is to pseudo classes. To recap, all I've done is I've taken a selector, followed by the colon, followed by the pseudo class, and then put my appropriate properties and values associated with them as I want. Now again, as you can see, the Twitter is still going to have its same stylings, and they're each going to have their own particular hovering attributes associated with them. Okay, so that's really about it. So thank you very much for watching. If you have any questions, then leave them down below or contact me on my website. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video.